Both of them were allegedly in love. They wanted to live together. That's the reason why the daughter even eloped with this particular man. But at that age, no father would want his daughter to do something like this. Even now, eloping is a big question, especially at the age of 14. So he was clearly not satisfied, even though the parents of Sadiq tried to convince him. Sadiq, even many times after the kidnap complaint was filed here, even he repeatedly tried to convince Riaz, but he was not somebody to listen. Akshita, he clearly kept mentioning that he wanted to meet his daughter. That's exactly why in his complaint he has mentioned that this particular person, Sadiq, he suspects that he must have murdered his daughter. This has been mentioned in the police complaint. So clearly he was not satisfied with the answers the family were giving, or the family of Sadiq were trying to console him. He was not satisfied with any of those things, Akshita. He wanted his daughter back. He wanted his daughter safely back home, and not anywhere close to Sadiq. And that's the reason why he's gone on to commit this brutal crime today, Akshita.
Right, Deepak, thank you so much for joining us with all those updates. We understand that Riaz has now been taken to the scene of the crime, and over there we understand that he will be recreating exactly what took place. He will explain to the police how he murdered Sadiq, but definitely a lot more details coming in. It is understood that over the last many days, Riaz had initially filed a missing complaint, but soon after that, the 25-year-old Sadiq Pasha's parents as well as other relatives had come forward and spoken to Riaz formally. They had formally asked for his daughter's hand in marriage. Riaz had outright said no. He had said that his daughter is too young and did not want anything to do with them. Well, a video clip is showing a class teacher brutally caning an 8-year-old child in a school for special children and viral among parents on June 30th. In fact, the boy's parents learned that it was their own child only when they saw it after Parents Teachers Association meet on August 2nd. The Matunga Centre for Differently Abled Children is among the chain's 4 schools in Mumbai and Pune. 30 students aged above 5 study at this centre. The clip was recorded by a resident of a neighbouring building. It shows the teacher thrash and shout at the kids, including the victim. Well, an absolutely shocking incident coming to light there, once again highlighting the need to ensure that corporal punishment is not meted out in schools. Even yesterday we came to know of a story here in Bengaluru, but this particular visual definitely is reminiscent of what we witnessed in Kakinada in Simandra, where a principal was seen brutally caning visually impaired children. In this particular case too, it's a school for special children, and the class teacher seen caning and hitting these children. Well, a truck got stuck in the Banas River in Tonka of Rajasthan today. 2 people were rescued and 18 are still trapped as the water level suddenly increased. Rescue operations are currently underway. Heavy rain has also affected normal life at many villages in Rajasthan. The Jaipur Met Office said heavy to very heavy rainfall will take place at many areas in eastern Rajasthan in the next 2 days. Well, Well, in fact, 18 people are said to be trapped inside that particular truck with absolutely no way of getting out. They know that if they step off the truck, they will be washed away. But considering that the particular force of that water and the fact that the water level is increasing, it looks like the truck could also be washed away any minute, which is why the police are trying to ensure that they have some sort of a way to get to those people before it is too late. The wrath of the monsoon seems to have unleashed itself from different parts of the country, and in Rajasthan it looks like the officials will have to go ahead and take up action as soon as possible to ensure that a tragedy is averted. And well, we do understand that already 2 people have been rescued, but 18 others are still trapped on that particular truck. It is understood that they are trying to get off, but if they do, they know that they will be washed away with absolutely no chance. You can see that the truck itself is hanging dangerously on. It looks like it too could be washed away. So it's a battle against time here, as the forecast says that it will continue to rain, and that essentially means that that water is only going to increase. The water level will keep increasing. A number of people have also gathered there. The police are present, and they are trying to figure out exactly how they can reach out to those people. 18 of them stuck on that particular truck, and of course they cannot afford to move either, because it will mean that the truck will fall onto the other side. It is understood that the driver thought he could brave those waters and move along, but the truck got completely stuck, and now it's in the danger of falling over. Moving on, one of Bengaluru's top cops has now come under the Lokayukta scanner. The Lokayukta today raided ACP Siddaramaya's residence in Bengaluru. Remember, Siddaramaya is the ACP of the Halsur Gate police station. His farmhouse in Mysore was also raided. It looks like, based on the tip off, the Lokayukta sleuths have gone ahead and targeted the ACP, and his residence in Bengaluru as well as his farmhouse in Mysore are being targeted. No doubt, if the Lokayukta does in fact see some sort of illegal assets or anything of that sort, it will put a very, very bad impression to his name. A man who is considered often clean and someone who has a good image as a police official will be tainted forever. And it wasn't just ACP Siddaramaya. The target of the Lokayukta this time around was corrupt police officials in all. The Lokayukta raids are underway at 32 places, and 13 officials' residences and offices have been raided. Raids are also underway at Mysore, in Bengaluru, Mandya, Shimoga, Hubli as well as Chitradurga. The Lokayukta raids are also underway at 2 places in Bengaluru. Besides ACP Siddaramaya, the Zilla Panchayat member Jairam's residence in Banarghatta was raided. The chief engineer of Uppertunga project, Andana Gowda Patil's residence was raided in Hubli. Besides that, Andana Gowda's relative's residence was also raided here in Bengaluru. In fact, the residence of Inspector Srinivas Reddy, who belongs, of course, to the crime branch, was raided, and, of course, the Lokayukta also raided corrupt officials in Mysore. Besides ACP Siddaramaya's farmhouse in Mysore, they also went ahead and conducted checks at internal security DCP Sundar Raju's house. Chescom Vigilance Officer Puttaswamy's residence has been raided in Mandya. Well, as you can see, the Lokayukta sleuths busy there. It seems that based on a tip-off, they have gone ahead and conducted extensive raids, not just here in Bengaluru, but in all in 32 places, and 13 officials have now come under the scanner, including the likes of ACP Siddaramaya. So it definitely looks like these are high-profile raids, and the Lokayukta sleuths are busy going ahead and going through documents, scanning all the evidence that they do have in the houses and offices of these officials. Moving on, here's a look at the latest updates with regards to the rescue operations in Bagalkot, where Little Timana continues to be stuck at 160 feet under. Well, it's 5 days down and the chances of finding Timanna has now turned bleak. The district medical officer has claimed that there is a foul smell emanating from the well. The smell came when the vacuum suction device was placed near Timanna to remove the sand that was covering him. The doctor said that the body of the 6-year-old had started decomposing. Well, Manikantan's robot is not being used to extricate Timanna as the foul smell is emanating from which all but confirms that he is dead. All rescue operations were in fact stopped till 8 a.m. but resumed soon after. The boy's hands are still visible and clips have been attached to pull him out. The vacuum device is being used to clear the mud that has fallen on Timanna. In fact, Timanna is still said to be covered in 1.5 feet of mud. Well, Manikantan's device can be used to pull out the boy only after the mud is cleared. And of course, now it looks like everyone has pretty much gone ahead and confirmed that the boy has not managed to survive. But the rescue operations continue unabated. There was a break, but at 8 a.m. once again the excavation began because that is the last resort. At the mouth of the borewell, the vacuum suction device is still being used to pull out some of the mud that has landed on little Timanna's head. Remember, there's almost 2 feet of mud there, some of it extremely solid as well. And let's listen into the latest updates from the DC of Bagalkot.
ಎರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ 3 ಸಕ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಂದು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಈ ಕಂದಕವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಏನು ಸುರಂಗ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಸುಮಾರು 48 ಯಂತ್ರೋಪಕರಣಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸುಮಾರು 555 ಜನ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲಸಗಾರರು ಈ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರತರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 800 ಅಡಿಯಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಉದ್ದದ ಒಂದು ಯು ಶೇಪ್ನ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದದ ಸುರಂಗ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಈ ಕೊಳವೆ ಬಾವಿಯ ಏನು ಇದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು 6 ರಿಂದ 8 ಮೀಟರ್ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಏನು ಆಳ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಸುಮಾರು 60 ರಿಂದ 65 ಮೀಟರ್ ಅಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರು ವರದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಂಘನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಹಿತಾಚಿಗಳನ್ನು, JCBಗಳನ್ನು, ಟಿಪ್ಪರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ತೀವ್ರಗೊಳಿಸುವ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಚರಣೆ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಹತ್ವದ ವಿಷಯ, ಇದು 160 ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಸುರಂಗ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಮಗುವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಪರಿಣತಿಯ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಣಿತರ ಒಂದು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯವನ್ನು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳು, ನಾನು, CEO ಅವರು, SP ಅವರು ಕೂಡಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೈಸ್ ಒಂದು ತಂಡವನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಾಚರಣೆಗೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮಟ್ಟದಿಂದ ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ವಿಷಯವಾಗಿ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸಚಿವರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಶೇಷ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಣಿತರ ಒಂದು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ತಂಡವನ್ನು ಬಂದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಈ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
And well, the Legal Services Authority has filed a PIL in the Karnataka High Court over increasing borewell tragedies in the state. Following the PIL, the High Court has issued a notice to the Karnataka government. The High Court has asked the government to clarify on the implementation of the 2012 guidelines on borewells. The High Court has also asked the government to file an affidavit on the implementation of the guidelines. Meanwhile, the BWSSB has come up with a solution to tackle the borewell tragedies in Namma city. As per the BWSSB, henceforth people interested in digging a borewell will have to give an undertaking for borewell connections. Closure of borewells is also mandatory. And here's what the BWSSB Chief Engineer, Mr. Venkat Raju, had to say about the new guidelines issued by the BWSSB.
ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ಗಳು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಅವರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಆಥರೈಡ್ ನೋಟ್ರಿಯಿಂದ ಮುಚ್ಚಳಿಕೆ ಬರ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೆಮೊರಂಡಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಥರ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇ ಯಾವುದೇ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಚ್ಚಳವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ತೆಗೆದರೆ ರಿಪೇರಿ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ನಾನೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ಮುಚ್ಚಳ ಹಾಕಿಸಿ ರಿಪೇರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನೋಟ್ರಿಯಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಜಾರಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತಕ್ಷಣದಿಂದ ಜಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡುವಾಗಲೇ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.